The Ice Wave, Chapter 2, The Dream. The dream I had when I was 14 years old has only come to life now at 30. I realised it was symbolic of what was to come. The man in my dreams was gnarly and old. He was in a darkened corner of the stables. He was cutting slices of skin off my best friend's arm. His seething face came out of the shadows of that darkened corner towards me. "Try it, it's fun," he said. He thrust forward the rusted pair of toenail scissors in my direction. He then shot into the shadows, stabbing her, killing her brutally in front of me. It happened so fast that there was nothing I could do except gasp in horror. My legs would not move. They were planted on the spot. I thought I was next. Covered in blood and pieces of flesh from her, he passed me the scissors. "Now it's your turn." He forced me into the bronze ED Falcon. It was a manual. I sat in the driver's seat. The scissors were put into the centre between both of our seats. He had blood all over him, as did I. "Drive," he commanded. "I don't know how," I said. I was scared of this man. "Just drive. You'll learn if you want to survive. Drive me to the airport," he said. So I started up the car, trying to recollect what I'd seen people do. I started it, put it into gear, and took off slowly, easing my foot off the clutch. We got to the front gate, and I stalled it. "Sorry," I said. He let out a sound meaning he was not happy. I wanted to run, but my legs wouldn't do it. I froze in fear. The front gate of the property was shut. This was my one and only opportunity to escape this nightmare. He opened his door to get out. There was no locks on the car doors, so I could not lock myself in or him out. So as he turned his back on me, I thrust the scissors into his back. He laughed and laughed. "You stupid child," were his last words. "It feels good, doesn't it?" I stabbed and stabbed until I was sure he had no breath remaining. I was covered in blood. I had made hundreds of wounds. I had held my breath for so long. I was dizzy. The world was spinning. I had done it. I'd saved it. I let my breath out slowly. Suddenly there was people everywhere all around me. I thought they were there to congratulate me, but they were blaming me, pointing their fingers, thinking I was the murderer. Surrounding, suffocating, there was no way out of them. They engulfed me as I heard a noise up on the horizon. A white cloud-like formation was coming towards us. Had I died? It was enveloping everything in its path. I thought this must be Armageddon. It came over like a giant wave, a huge wave of ice crystals forming. A huge wave of ice, freezing everything in its path to be frozen in time, as it was, everything, the people, the man, everything, but it forgot me. I was the sole survivor. I tried phoning my parents, but there was no lines. I ran in the direction that I thought their house was in, but in this new foreign land I was slipping and sliding, and not quite sure if I was going in the right direction. In the end I gave up. I was lost and lonely. There was nothing left except a lost and lonely void. All except me. The vast emptiness surrounded me, overwhelmed me, and I lay on the cold, brittle ice, asking it for comfort, trying to find one thing that was still alive, that was not cold, frozen, or hard. Was this my own personal hell that I had created? I gave up and just laid there, wishing it had taken me too. I still remember the vividness of this dream, and the significance that it has to my story is unbelievable, 16 years later.